Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, and this is Week 1 Team Builder of the GPC Galactic Pokemon Championship League. Chicago Bearticks taking on Berries, Ninetales, and Coach Winglet. As you can see on the screen, this is the team I'm rocking: Mega Salamence, Scolipede, Alolan Ninetales, Aerodactyl, Incineroar, Escavalier, Lilligant, Gengar, Xurkitree, Starmie, and Hitmonlee. Going up against Berries, Ninetales. Hopefully you guys checked out the team draft recap. Explains why my team's built the way it is, what I'm trying to do here with my team. We'll take a look at Berries, Ninetales here. So Berries, Ninetales are rocking the Mega Charizard X, the Excadrill, the Mamoswine, the Pelipper, Espeon, Ludicolo, Klinklang, Alolan Ninetales, Venusaur, Feraligatr, and Raikou. So first thing that stands out, Rain Setter in Pelipper, Sun Setter in Ninetales. Double rain team, or double weather. So this is going to be something that I have to be aware of. And I'm going to turn this light real quick. No, that makes it worse. Okay, I gotta work on my lighting. Double weather. If you haven't checked out WWC, go check out my channel. WWC, you'll see I did the same thing. I drafted double weather. I had rain and hail, so I called it a sleet team. I believe we decided to call this a what did we call this in the draft stream? A sun shower. This is a sun shower team. So it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to prep against two different weathers. Sorry, I just realized my mouse was on the screen. I have to prep against two different weathers. I also have to prep against Mega Charizard in Sun, which is just... it's not a good thing. Mega Charizard in Sun will run through even the biggest of walls, and I don't have much that can really take a Flare Blitz from a Tough Claws Mega Charizard. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the team builder here. So first thing that stuck out to me, and actually I need to open the GPC back up. That didn't need to be closed. GPC, scroll down, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. There we go, because I don't want to give away what happened, because the match has actually already been played at this point. Alright, so the first thing that sticks out to me is Escavalier has a great match outside of the sun. As long as there's no fire moves, or if I can catch the Firemons on a switch, Escavalier is going to do wonders. I ran Choice Band like normal, Shell Armor to prevent getting hit by a crit. I didn't bring Ninetales, so I didn't have to worry about Overcoat to keep myself from getting hit by a Sandstorm or a Hail. I'm immune to Sandstorm anyways, because I'm a Steel type. So, Choice Banding to raise our attack 1.5. Yes, it Choice Locks me, but it's well worth it in my mind. It's well worth getting Choice Locked. Drill Run. So, Drill Run kills Mega Charizard X. If I force Charizard X out and then it comes back in, it will do absolutely nothing before it's Mega'd. Drill Run will do sizable damage to Escavalier. Drill Run hits Mamo hard. Drill Run hits the Klinklang hard. Drill Run, well, should kill the Klinklang. Drill Run kills Ninetales. Drill Run kills Raikou. Granted, any Ninetales is a big problem with its fire. I'm going to have to catch it on switch. Raikou can be carrying HP fire. That's a big issue. Charizard obviously outspeeds, so if it comes in clean, I can't bring Escavalier on it. Drill Run hits Venusaur hard too. I forgot about that. So, Drill Run does a lot, especially Choice Banded. Knockoff. Knockoff is really for Espeon, but also if Damp Rock or Heat Rock come on either of the Weather Feathers. And yes, I know I got my mouse on screen, but it actually, I think, is better. Let me know down in the comments if you guys think it's worse having the mouse on screen. Anyways, Knockoff take off their rocks and turn weather down a little bit. Scarf on this thing gets hit by Knockoff, loses its Scarf. Banded Mammo, Scarf. I mean, with the Rain and Ludicolo, Swift Swim, outspeed, you could easily put a Choice Specs on this thing and punch holes through teams, so getting a knockoff and knocking off that Specs would be huge. If Choice Banded Mammo wanted to come, it could get knocked off. So all in all, it does a lot of good damage across the board. Megahorn will, while it's a risk to a miss, Megahorn takes down Venusaur, Espeon, and Ludicolo. The biggest problem with Espeon is I want to set rocks, and I want to set rocks immediately, because rocks put pressure on Charizard. When it comes in the first time, if rocks are up, it's going to take 50% damage and really weaken it. Rocks will hurt Pelipper, rocks will hurt Ninetales pretty badly. The only problem is Espeon can bounce those rocks back into my face, and that would be an issue. So I have to get rid of Espeon first, and Choice Banded Megahorn will knock that thing out, while also taking out Ludicolo and Venusaur. And finally, Ironhead. Choice Banded Ironhead will kill the Mammo, will hurt the Espeon, will hurt basically everything. It's just a very hard-hitting move, and it gives me the chance to flinch to prevent things from setting up if need be, if I have to rely on a flinch hit to stop a setup. So our next Mon is Feed Me Souls, the Garchomp. I do not like nicknaming Pokemon. I think it's really not my thing. I like having my Pokemon called the same thing that they actually are, with the exception of Mega Garchomp. I call Mega Garchomp Feed Me Souls because of another league that I did with Tyler, also known as Deathly I Am. His subscriber league, I have Mega Garchomp in that league, and it's currently the kill leader, and it basically sweeps in almost every game I've brought it. It's got 21 kills to 2 deaths, and so it destroys things. So that's why I call it Feed Me Souls, because it eats souls of opponents' Mons, and it actually eats its own teammate souls too. There's one week I brought Z-Memento Chandelure, Z-Mementoed, and passed the healing back into Garchomp, so it eats souls, doesn't matter whose soul. So Dragon Claw is to hit the Charizard. That's literally the only reason I was carrying I am carrying Dragon Claw, is to hit this Charizard. This sorry, this is bothering me. This Charizard scares me. Like, the last time I faced a Mega Charizard X in a league match, I had to Stealth Rock, Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet on a Ferrothorn, just to deal enough recoil damage to it that I could put it in potential for a Sucker Punch or a Ice Shard, just to get rid of it. And then it ended up Flare Blitzing me and killing itself. So I do not like Mega Charizard X. I would love to use it someday, but it scares me in this team prep. So I have to be very, very careful. Oh, I forgot my Escavalier's spread. So bulky, try and take some hits defensively, and then just max the attack. 405 is monstrous to attack stat. Alright, back into Feed Me Souls. So Feed Me Souls. Earthquake, same reason for Drill Run. Earthquake just is more powerful than Drill Run, and basically runs shop on the entire team, minus Feraligatr, Pelipper, and a non-Mega Charizard X. Firefang was brought to deal with Venusaur, Mammo, even though Mammo gets thick fat, and even though that's a neutral hit on Escavalier, because of how high of an attack stat Mega Garchomp has, Firefang still does a ton of damage. And then Stone Edge, and Stone Edge was brought mainly to hit the Charizard, to hit the Mammo, to hit the Pelipper, to hit the Ninetales, to hit the... yeah, that's it. This thing was literally my counter build for the Charizard. Like, I didn't have much in the way of answers for Charizard. Made this thing extremely attack heavy, and we gave it 250 2 and made it Jolly. It still doesn't outspeed Mega Charizard, though. So I had to... Oh, no, I'm going to skip Xurkitree real quick. I ended up bringing Scolipede, and in my draft recap, I talked about how I wanted to speed pass to a variety of Mons to try and boost their speed. That way they could hit even harder. Like in this case, I need to outspeed Charizard, so I need to have speed pass. So I was forced to bring Scolipede. So Scolipede was Sub, Protect, Baton Pass, and Earthquake. The Earthquake was so that way I could smack the Charizard if the Charizard came in on this thing and Mega'd. Because if I got behind a Sub, he'd have to Flare Blitz to get rid of the Sub, and then I could Earthquake. Or when Mega Charizard comes in at, if it's Jolly, it comes in at 329 speed, max speed. So I ran I speed crept it. I ran 330, so I didn't have to go full speed investment since this thing's already so fast. And I could, since I'm already going to be naturally faster before a Dragon Dance, Earthquake O-Code would O-Code the Charizard after Rocks. So that's why I carried Earthquake, and Earthquake just hits everything else. But the main goal, if I need to get Garchomp faster, or Xurkitree faster, or Gengar faster, or Arrow faster, those would be the ones I'd speed pass to. I'm not going to try and make Escavalier go fast. I would Protect, Speed Boost, Sub, Speed Boost, and then I'd either Baton Pass out or Protect to get a third Speed Boost, and then Baton Pass out. And I'm running the Figgy Berry because if I were to Protect, Sub, Sub again to go +5 speed, the Figgy Berry would pop, take me back to 3/4 health, and I could basically speed pass again if I had to. But again, Scolipede is basically going to get beat by everything except for Ludicolo, Venusaur, and yeah, that's it. Ludicolo and Venusaur are the only two Mons that don't have a chance to put major damage in on Scolipede. So while having Scolipede on the roster is good and having the speed passing ability is good, I do have issues in this matchup with keeping Scolipede from getting killed. Alright, so back to Xurkitree. So this is pretty standard Xurkitree set. I gave it the Psychium Z for Z Hypnosis, which is Z Hypnosis raises your speed +2. Then if it hits and puts them on to sleep, you basically get one free turn. I can Tail Glow and raise my special attack to +3. And if you haven't noticed, my special attack already is 488 as it sits. So I could basically come in and I'd be super fast from a Hypnosis and +3 special attack from Tail Glow. And then Beast Boost for everything I kill. I would basically get up to +6 really fast after 3 kills. And there'd be no stopping Xurkitree. I gave it Energy Ball and HP Ground. The reason for that Energy Ball takes out Feraligatr. At +3 does major damage to Pelipper. It does kill Excadrill. It does kill everything except the defensive Espeon. And then HP Ground is the exact same reason I'm running Earthquake on so many Mons, the exact same reason I'm running the Drill Run was for the ground coverage, because his team is very, very weak overall to ground type attacks, with only Pelipper and Charizard before it Megas not taking a ton of damage, and Feraligatr and Ludicolo. So having that HP Ground would allow me to wipe out a bunch of things. The other thing is, if I didn't want to rely on the Z Hypnosis and I knew I could take a hit with Xurkitree, I could run Scolipede, boost my speed pass into Xurkitree, Tail Glow, and run Chomp again. Because Z Hypnosis raises you 2 stages, and I could raise myself 5 stages, potentially with Scolipede. Next mon we were going into was Aerodactyl. This was my designated lead. The only way this thing didn't get led was if there was no Charizard, or if Espeon was around. If there's no Charizard, Aero doesn't need to be the lead. If there's Espeon in the lineup, probably don't want to lead Aero. However, I could, because I gave it Crunch, I guess Aero is the good one to run. Stealth Rocks are so important. They chip so well. I need to get Rocks up immediately to hit that Charizard. That Charizard cannot come in freely, Mega, and then D-Dance, or I'm going to lose. So I have to put pressure on it with the Stealth Rocks. Again, Earthquake, because of reasons I've already explained. I'm not going to go over again why I'm carrying Earthquake. Crunch was to take down the Espeon. E-Belt, Crunch, Max Attack, Adamant, Arrow actually will kill an Espeon. So that's really the only reason I ran Crunch on that. Everything else, there's no reason for Crunch to even be on this set. Crunch was designated specifically to take down an Espeon. And then Thunderfang to take down Ludicolo and take down Pelipper and Feraligatr. Because if Pelipper comes in thinking it can set the rain and then Scald Arrow, put pressure to get Arrow out, I will just Thunderfang the turn it comes in, and now Rain Setter goes down. And I should be able, between Escavalier and Gengar, which I'll talk about here in a minute, and Xurkitree, I should be able to outrun Rain and deal with a potentially Specs Ludicolo. Xurkitree not having an electric type move is a little risky, but you know, I took it. That's what I'm going to do. The E-Belt, I didn't want to band or scarf or anything because I needed to be able to rock and then change moves. So the E-Belt was actually the next best thing. I didn't want a Life Orb because I don't want the recoil from the Life Orb. So instead of the Life Orb recoil, I went with the Expert Belt because super effective moves on whatever mon it hits are going to do 1.2 damage. So, like Thunderfang is 1.2 times against water types. Crunch would have been 1.2 times the Espeon. Earthquake, everything that's weak to ground gets hit by a 1.2 type attack, which is why we went with the 252 Adamant to get us to 339. And again, because I was carrying Earthquake on this thing for the Charizard, I sped crept the Jolly Charizard. I went to 330, put the rest in bulk. That way if I did end up taking like a water type hit, I could potentially live a Choice Specs Scald. Not in the rain. If rain's up, I can't live a Choice Specs Scald. I will die instantly to that. And the final member of the team is Gengar with a Focus Sash because I wanted it to live, and potentially if it was slower than something, like again, I sped crept the Charizard 330, making it enough to outspeed Charizard. If for some reason I had to bring this thing in and I couldn't bring it in clean, then Gengar with a Focus Sash gets hit, lives. Hopefully I trip the Curse Body to disable the attack, and then I can, if I have to, Destiny Bond. I will just debond in front of whatever and take, like if Ludicolo is Choice Specs and I get this thing in clean, it'll outspeed me, that's guaranteed. So then he'll knock me down to Sash, I Destiny Bond, and I take that Ludicolo down with me. Or if Charizard tries to hit me, I can debond before the Charizard attacks, and then the Charizard would go down to debond. If you brought Sun and a Chlorophyll sweeping Venusaur, that thing would die to Destiny Bond. So really Gengar was a sacrifice mon if need be, but also carrying coverage to deal with major threats. Thunderbolt for the water types, HP Ground. I really over prepped for Charizard, and that's probably going to come back to bite me, but I wanted to make sure I had coverage on everything for Charizard. Shadow Ball to hit the Espeon hard, and just like this thing has naturally high special attacks, so Shadow Ball is going to do a chunk to everything that isn't especially defensive. So this is the team we're rocking: Escavalier, Mega Garchomp, Xurkitree, Scolipede, Arrow, and Gengar. Hopefully this goes well. This is the first match of this league. I've never played Winglet. I've never played him in any other league. I just met him during the drafting process. So I have no idea his battle style. I've never seen any of his matches, because I'm the type of person that studies people's matches and identifies your patterns and tries to see if those patterns hold true throughout every match you play, and then I can guess your switches and that, and I get information that way. I have no information. I'm going into this one blind, and to be perfectly honest, I'm a little scared of this team. Charizard X just scares the crap out of me. I know what Rain can do. I've run Rain forever, so it's a very tough match to start the season, and I look forward to it. Match will go up tomorrow. WWC, my match has been postponed. I figured I'd mention that now. My WWC match for week 5 is being postponed to week 7, which is a bye week for the league. I'll just catch up then. Just personal issues for my opponent. He just doesn't have time. He just got back into school. I've been in school for a week. He just started school up again, and so he's adjusting to getting back into the school mode. So just not gonna play. Not gonna play this week. So we'll catch up then. So yeah, Team Builder went up today. The battle goes up tomorrow. WWC recap will go up Wednesday. And then Team Builder for week 6 of WWC should be up on Thursday, with that battle going up on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday I'll be streaming. So again, check out my stream. I do stream. Check out the Twitch link. If you want to join the server, if you want to meet Winglet and talk to him as well, he's in my Discord server. He just recently joined as well. Link to the Discord's down below. You can follow me on Twitter to see when I go live. I always tweet out when I'm going live. If you like the artwork, I know there's not a lot being shown off here. Specifically, I didn't show my logo because, like I said, this match has already been played, and so I don't want, like you can see on here, you can see record and all that. Luckily, Winglet hasn't filled out his sheet yet, so there's no spoilers for how our match goes. It's a good match. I definitely say check it out tomorrow. And yeah, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I had to skip that song because I keep getting copyright claimed for that song. Yeah. If you like the art, like my logo and all that, if you've seen it in previous videos, link to Griffin Feathers, my amazing friend and artist, is also in the description. And with that, I will catch you guys next time. Thank you.